Hello everyone, this is Candy, the 614 Stitcher, and today is Sunday, November the 26th, 2023, and this is my Flosstube episode 102. I would like to say hello to any new subscribers, or if you have been watching my videos and haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. I hope that I can enable you with a project or two. And to my returning friends, thank you so very much for coming back each and every time I upload a new video. I don't know what that is, but I am doing well. I think I have an issue. Okay, I don't have an issue, really. It's just my own issue. So I have been trying to get to record a video. However, I didn't think I had enough content to record a video for you. So I just kept putting it off and putting it off. But I'm not going to do that any longer. I have had some counseling words from a couple of friends, and so that I can come to you every week, I'm just going to record what I have and share it with you so that I can stay more consistent in putting up these videos. I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. I had a good Thanksgiving. I stitched and watched Flosstube videos, and me and Albert just hung out, and so that was pretty much the norm that I have for Thanksgiving, and so it was pretty good. So that was about it. I have been stitching quite a bit, and today I will be showing you starts, whips, and a finish at the end. So we're going to just go ahead and jump right into it. I do have a lot, so please grab a drink, grab your stitching, your crocheting, whatever it is you would like to do, and we'll get started. So I had 3 new starts since the last time I recorded, and we'll start with those. The first new start that I had was on Black Friday, and it is the Christmas Elf Fairy by Mirabilia / Nora Corbett. And I started this with my friend Carolyn Zook at Zook Stitch. And I started this on Friday night. And I need to get the paper out. That's not it. Oh. I am stitching this on a 32 count Seraphim dye, Sand Dune is the name of the fabric. And here is where I am now. So I did a middle start, and this is right here in her coat. It's that right there in her coat, and that's where I started at. I am using, this was a birthday gift for me in January of this year, and I am using all silk in colors with a Belle Soie and an NPI. So that is a silken color. And I've stitched with Almond M&M silks, which I love, but I had never, that was the only silk that I have stitched with. And so my eyes have been opened up to the the wondrous world of silks. They are so luxurious. Okay, y'all know what I'm trying to say. I just can't say it out. Luxurious. Okay. They are wonderful, wonderful colors. I'll show you the chart was completely kitted up. So here's the color palette. This is the skin tone. They are actually, the colors are showing up really, really good. And then here's the rest of the palette. So I'm really looking forward to putting more stitches in. Right now I only have 79 stitches in, so I'll be working on getting to 200 so that I can have it as a true start for me. A true start for me is 200 stitches, and so that's what I always try to go for. So that was my Christmas Elf Fairy by Mirabilia Nora Corbett. My second start for this time is I go weeks without a start, and then all of a sudden, boom, I got 3 new starts. Is Cherry Hill Stitchery's Autumn Wish. And that's what it will look like. That's the model. And I am stitching this on a 32 count flax. And I'm using the called for colors. And here is where I've gotten to. This is the top swirl on the picture. And I completely outlined the entire pumpkin. I did put in 245 stitches in this, so it is a completed new start. And I am loving it. I worked on it I actually started this last night. And I finished putting getting to the 245 this morning. I am really enjoying working on the flax 32 count, and it is going very smoothly. So that one may not be seen again until, well, I'm going to talk to you about my plans in a little while, so we'll go over that. I have a couple of things that I need some assistance with or some opinions on. So the third new start that I had, which was yesterday also, is Life is Just a Bowl of Cross Stitch December. And I started on the roll. This is being stitched on a, I think it's 16 count, 14. Okay, maybe it's a 14 count. I didn't really count it, and you're not going to really be able to see this, but I put in these white stitches here, and that is my start. I will be working on this even more. I did pause on the November one so that I could get December started, and hopefully, I don't know if it'll be completely done before Christmas, but I'm going to be working on it all through the month. So that is my third new start, and this fabric is I'm pretty sure you could tell it is opalescent, which I do have a difficulty stitching on, but I was holding it right up to my eyes without my glasses on, and that was about the only way that I could get past the sparkle of the opalescent. So those were my 3 new starts for this time, and I was really excited to have some new starts. I think I felt like I was losing my stitchy bug, so to have a couple of new starts really boosted my stitchy bug a little bit, so I was thankful for that. So now we're going to move on to my whips, and we're going to, there are quite a few whips, so, you know, hang in there with me. There are a lot of whips. I literally touched every chart that needed to have its finishing stitches. For the magazine monthly challenge, this month the theme was mountains, and I used Life is Like a Bowl of November for that theme. And then the acrostic that I chose was raccoon, and I'll be going through the raccoon during this while I'm showing the projects. So the first project I want to show you is Seasonal Sunshine by Ink Circles. This is on my year of whips. If you recall, I had a major error here in the winter block. And here's a picture of where it was when I last showed it to you. And here is where it is now. So I have put in, I took out all the stitches that were in there. And then I put in 837 stitches. So I have this whole, you know, is finished and correct. All of this is finished and correct. I do have the white stitches over here. I'm not sure if you can see that very well, but I do have the white stitches put in. There are still more white stitches to get in, and the rest of the sky, the background, which is the sky. This project will be my focus for this week, all the way through, starting today, all the way through Saturday, when I hope to have it finished. So I just have that square, or, you know, this area to fill in. It's coming along very nicely. I've really been trying to be patient with myself, not like speeding through. I'm double checking. When you make an error like what I did, now I'm like in mode to just double, triple check every single stitch. So it's going along nicely. I do this stitch. I will be stitching on this hopefully in the mornings when I am at my best eyesight level. It is being stitched on a 16 count Charles Craft Aida. I'm using all of the called for colors. And I really have enjoyed it. Okay, that was Seasonal Sunshine. And again, I am looking to get that finished over this week. My next piece is And this is just to show you that I actually did put some stitches in it. The theme piece for the Magazine Monthly Challenge group. It is Life is Just a Bowl of November, or Life is Just a Bowl of Cross Stitch November. And I decided to do the stamp, to start with the stamp. And here is where it is now. Look, I'm all off. Here's a picture of where it was when I last showed it to you. And here's where I am now. And I believe when I showed it to you, I only had this corkscrew here and this leaf here. I did go ahead and start working on the pumpkin, and then I decided that I was going to put it aside and work on it for next year, as I wanted to do the December and get started on that. So this will be put in, I actually have a whole bag with the other months in it that I either got too late. So like I ordered the February one, but I didn't get it until March. And then when I got the March one, I did part of it. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is there's a bag with the ones in it that need to be completed. And so I'll be putting the November one in the bag, and then I'll be working it through the year so that I can be ready when November comes around next year. My next project has been giving me the blues, and I am almost over it. And it is Give Thanks. And this is by L.S. Porter of Hot House Petunia Designs. It is in the December 2022 Just Cross Stitch magazine. And here's a picture of where it was when I last showed it. And here it is now. So since you've seen it last, I was able to put in the back stitching the rest of the word friends. And now I need to go up and go around. I also put in some more stitches on the cornucopia. I'm actually thinking that I am going to forego putting the back stitching in. I know I should persevere and go on. And maybe I will. Like, I gotta, you know, this is autumn, Thanksgiving, all of that. So maybe in another year, I'll work on the whole back stitching. The back stitching is a bear for me, truly. And now I have to turn it like this. And I'll be turning it all the way around because the words, that's how the words go. So on here, like the words go up and then across and then down. Like every time I would get ready to work on this, I would just put it back and work on something else. Like and this might have been one of the reasons why my stitchy bug was just like, I don't care about doing that. I did get in a part of the cornucopia, and there's just a little bit more of a roundy tail that needs to be put on it. There is also back stitching throughout the whole, all of the fruits and vegetables. So that is where I stand on Give Thanks. I'm going to, even though I have this week through Thursday that I could work on it, I'm not going to, because I just I have things that I love that I really want to work on. And it's not that I don't love it. I do. I like it a lot. It may not be love. But I don't want to spend my time working on something that I'm not like truly in love with. And so I'm going to let that rest for a little while. And I'll go from there. Hopefully next year, or I'll be in a better headspace to where backstitching doesn't bother me as much. I didn't think that I would be so adverse to backstitch because it seems easy enough, but for whatever reason, it just doesn't click for me for whatever reason. So that was Give Thanks, and that was the C in raccoon because it has a cornucopia. Okay. My next project was EJs Whip Go Choice, and that was And Be Kind to One Another. And here's a picture of where it was when I last showed it to you. And here is where I am now. So I do have in my 700 stitches. I actually ended up with 722 stitches, I believe. Yes, 722 stitches. I met the goal on this Friday. I literally put in, so I had, this is new, and the bulk of this is all new. So these two motifs are new. This is new. This is new. I had half of this motif. So it is coming along very nicely. I am stitching this on a 36 count Embellish. And it is by Atomic Ranch Fabrics. And I am using the called for over dyed floss on this. 1 strand over 2 linen threads. And I am loving it. Can I just tell you, I am loving it. So the next time I pick this up, I will be starting on the alphabet. So F through L is here on this line. And then on one side of this is a dog and another side is a bird. And I'll be, you know, just steadily going down the page. I did leave this and where that red, so this is as wide as it'll be. So I am really happy, and of course I'm using a whole fat quarter. I'm thinking it'll only come down, you know, like I'll still have a half of a half or a half of a fourth. But that is And Be Kind to One Another. I stitched on it and stitched on it and stitched on it. I think I stitched on this. Let me see. One day, like on the 18th, I put in 335 stitches on it. And on this past Friday, Black Friday, I put in 256 stitches on it. So, I mean, I really enjoy it. You know, working with the 1 strand is awesome, of course. And with a good magnifier and some light, I was able to get all of my WIPGO in. And so this is the 11th month that I have been needing my WIPGO. And that was EJ's Choice. So I could check that off. That was Be Kind to One Another. And it was also the A in Raccoon. Okay, my next piece is my my seasonal Sunday piece. I have not put any stitches in this today yet. I will be putting some stitches into it. I have gotten caught up in listening to audiobooks, and that's what I use now when I'm stitching. But I've been doing other things today, so I haven't been able to start stitching very much. Is Autumn Quaker by Rosewood Manor. And if you recall, I am working, this is page 1, and I am working towards a page finish for this. And here's a picture of where it was when I last showed it. And since I've worked on it last, I was able to put in the start of the large motif that is right here. I also put in a couple of ninja stitches around in this motif. I was trying to think if there was anything else since last Sunday, but I think that's it. So I actually got in 95 stitches on this last Sunday, which is basically this whole piece. This is all filled in with different types of thread, different colors of thread. I am stitching this on a 28 count Autumn by Under the Sea Fabrics. I am using the called for Valdani flosses, and I love this stitch. I think I'm gonna have to pull it out a few more times, like during the week, in order to meet the page finish goal for it. I'm trying to think, or look, not think. Yeah, I still have quite a bit. This motif is humongous. I mean, it's huge. So I'll be steadily working on that. Then there's another a larger motif up here. So I'll be doing quite a bit of work on this. I have 5 more Sundays, I think, in order to get the page finished for this. Unlike the others, I am going to take this one all the way to December the 31st in order to get the page finished, and then I will work on winter starting on January 1. So that is where I am with my seasonal Sunday stitch. And I'll just keep plugging away. Later on, after I get this video up, I'll probably pull it out and put in, even if I put in 25, 50 stitches, it'll be better than nothing at this point. And maybe carry over till tomorrow. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Okay, so the next whip that I worked on stands for the O in Raccoon, and that's because it has an oak leaf, and that is Bent Creek Thankful Quaker. And here's a picture of where it was when I last showed it. And here we are now. So parting the hanging thread, I left this thread hanging so I would know where I'm at. And it goes like this. So since I've shown this last, I completed the stitches across here. I've put in this motif. There's still a little bit, I thought I was completely finished with that, but it looks a little barren. No, that's it. So I've completely finished this motif here. Oh, that's because there's something that goes up underneath here. So I need to put that in. And then I started this motif, which goes around here. I put in 203 stitches in this to get it to this point. I am stitching this on a 28 count Be Stitch Me Name Mummy. And I'm using the called for threads. Stitching it 2 threads over 2 threads. 2 even weave threads, linen threads. And that's where I am now with that. And I'm really enjoying it also. I didn't get to work on it. I didn't work on it as much as I had planned on. But some work is better than none, and I'm happy with the where I've gotten to so far. I still have quite a bit to go on this, so we'll have to we'll see as next year rolls around what ends up happening with all of my whips. I have a bazillion ideas rolling around in my head, which is terrible for me. About what to do with my whips and all the new starts that I want to start and all of that. And I just can't seem to settle on one way to do it. So it's a work in progress always. The next whip that I worked on, I actually took with me yesterday to keepsakes, and I worked on it the whole entire time. And it is the November Cottage by Country Cottage Needleworks. And here's a picture of where it was when I last showed it. And here is where it is now. I put in 323 stitches on this. So I believe when I last showed it, all I had was the tree out, the trees without the leaves. This still was in here, and maybe the outline of the house. So I put in a turkey, and I actually put the turkey in on Thanksgiving Day. I have put in all the windows at the top. There's another window that goes here, and then I need to fill in the door, fill in the roof, and then it'll just be the bottom border and the top border with the November, and it has the line and it has leaves on it going across. But that's where it is now. And doing the turkey was so fun. I still have to put his little legs in. His legs are back stitched, so I have to put his little legs in, but other than that. So I did get a lot of progress on this yesterday, and I was really happy about it. And we'll see what happens. As I keep going along, I keep saying, we'll see what happens with all of my whips. For the majority of my whips, I have when I started them. So I have it written down on a index card. So I know about how long I've had each one of these whips. So, I know I'm saying a whole bunch and not really saying a whole lot. What I'm thinking is, for right now, is that I'm going to go through all of the whips that I have and see if I have any more 2019 and 2020 whips. And I'm going to pull them all out, and I'm going to work on them through 2024, trying to incorporate 2022 and 23. I haven't started very many projects this year, so there won't be as many 2023s. But, you know, again, that's just one more idea that I have marinating up here. So it's just, it's a work in progress, unfortunately. I know a lot of my friends that do planning. They all, you know, have their plans. Sorry, I'm trying to lift my chair. I didn't get the hydro thing done. So I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do in terms of plans. It's just not coming to me as easily as it did last year for some reason. So that was November Cottage, and that was the Inn in Raccoon. And I put 326. I said that. Okay. My next whip is I Will Bless the Lord at All Times. I Will Bless the Lord by My Big Toe. And here's a picture of where it was when I last showed it. And here is where it is now. I was able to come in and finish all the words. So now all the words are completely done. I put in this leaf bunch here. I added 133 stitches to this project. I know I put in both the L's and times. So I know I did put in that. So when I pick this up again, I just need to add the border on the side here and what comes across the bottom here and the scripture verse, and it would be a finish. I am stitching this on a 28 count color and cotton named Ophelia, and the in the raccoon, it's one of the O's. And I am using my own Classic Color Works conversion on this. I love it. I truly, truly, truly love it. And so I need to be thinking about getting it finished so that I can get it displayed in my home. Okay, and my last whip for this time was for the R in Raccoon, and that stands for Representation Matters. And it is Black Butterfly Sampler. And here's a picture of where it was when I last showed it. And here is where I am now. So I have managed to put in both columns. So this column is for the butterflies, and this column will be for the alphabet. I still have a lot to go on the columns, but I have been working. When I pick this project up again, I'm actually going to start putting in the alphabet and the butterflies so that it will, and then I can keep going down with the borders, so that it all meets up at the end. I usually do that anyway. I'll start with putting them in, but then I'll start on the inside. That way I can keep track of where I'm at. Especially with this border, it is stitch 2, skip 1, stitch 2, skip 1, stitch 2, skip 1. And then this one is stitch 3, go out 1. Stitch 3, go out 1. So it's been more than a notion. It's beautiful. I am stitching this on a 32 count Aurora Borealis by Live and Die LA. And I am using Color and Cotton Rustic Black. Now it does call for 2 blacks, and I pulled black coffee, but I'm not sure about using the black coffee at this point. I wish I had another, and I could order another skein or 2 of the rustic black and just use it, because as you can see from here, it variegates from a gray to a black, rather than just using two blacks. I could just use this one skein. And so for right now, that's what I'm going to do, is see if I can maybe get away with just using the one skein. But it does call for 2 skeins of black. And I think when Shaded Stitchery stitched the model, I believe that she used a Roxyco, 2 different Roxyco flosses. So that's where I'm at with that. And I'm stitching this for 2 things. One, for the Magazine Monthly Challenge, and then for Stitch on a Black Sampler, which was started last year by Modern Folk Embroidery, I believe. And so that is where I am with that. And can you believe it? That is all of my whips. That is literally every whip that every project that I had pulled, with the exception of one, for the entire month. In the past 2 weeks, I worked on all of them all over again. So it was pretty impressive. I have one more project to show you. For this past week, I stitched a total of 1,423 stitches. And for the week before that, I stitched 1,559 stitches. So it's not that I'm not stitching. It's just that when I look at my calendar and I see what I've stitched, I just don't think it's enough content. But I'm gonna have to start getting over that, because I'm doing myself a disservice by not bringing you what I have and putting up the video. So okay, so now for my finish. Are you ready? Are you ready for my finish? I bet you're ready. I bet you're ready for my finish. I finished Home Sampler, which is on my year of whips. I actually finished it on the 21st. And here is what it looks like. I love it. It is all, you know, there was a big error in there, and so I made do with what I had, and I love it. These two flowers here I made up to be able to fill the space. I made up these flowers in order to fill the space. The same down here. I did put in all the back stitching. I actually, it says that it took 40 stitches in order to finish it. I'm sure the majority of all of that was the back stitching on it. I am thinking about having it made into a, I don't know, not a stand-up, but just a, not a flat fold either, you know, just mounting it on a piece and going with it like that. I'm not for sure yet, and I'm not even gonna think about it as far as all of that just yet. I'm going to, I've been reveling in the fact that it is completely finished. I was trying to find the fabric. It's in my bag. I stitched this on, wouldn't you know it, I don't even have the color. I'm sure it's a color in cotton. I started this project back in 2021. I actually started it a year ago in 2021, or a year ago, you know what I mean. I started in November 2021. And I did not a conversion, but I just flopped the colors. So the red was supposed to be the diamonds, and the purple, this circle-y thing. But I'm super happy with it. I can check it off of my year of whips list, which means now I have 2 to go. And I am ecstatic about it. I literally, when I finished it, I folded it really pretty and put it right back in the bag. You know, because I was like, oh, when I want it to look nice when I do my floss tube. And so now I can check that off of my list. And move on to the next 2. So the next 2 projects that I have on my year, the last 2 projects I have on my year of whips is Seasonal Sunshine and Temperature Butterfly. And my goal is to have them completed before December the 18th. That's when the year of whips closes. And she will be opening it up again. You need to watch her video. The criteria have changed. And from what I can tell you is, and if you watch her video, you will see this also, she is now requiring 8 projects with 4 finishes. So if you are considering participating in the Year of Whips, please head over to Soulful Stitcher Facebook group. She is also the Soulful Stitcher on Flosstube, and you can watch her video on what the Year of Whips is, what the parameters are, all of that. I am steadily, I've moved projects into the year of whips. I've moved projects out of the year of whips. So I have, I believe the cutoff to have your finishes in is December the 18th. And I believe the starting point, the start date for the year of whips is January 18th, which is Melanie's birthday. So please go over to her Facebook group and her Flosstube to find out more information about the year of whips. I will be participating again in 2024. Home Sampler was also my WIPGO for this month, number 3, and it is the oldest whip, and I chose it to be my oldest whip. So because I started it in 2021. I'm praying that I don't have no older whips than that, but who knows. So now I am going to go ahead and go over my plans. My focus for this week will be seasonal sunshine. I look to be getting the winter block completed by this week, by the end of this week. So that all I'll have to focus on is temperature butterflies. I actually was thinking maybe I should just do them in tandem, but then I was like, nope. Just stick to your plan, one focus a week, and you'll be fine with that. So my focus for this week will be seasonal sunshine. I need to put in some more stitches this week on Christmas Elf Fairy to get her to 200 so that she can be a proper start. I will be participating in the Bake Me a Dozen Quaker Sal, which is being hosted by EJ of the Sunshine Stitchers. And so I have my chart. I know what threads I'm using. I still need to pull my fabric. I will be using different shades of purple from Cottage Garden Threads. So that's about all I can say. And I'm actually thinking of stitching this. The stitch calls for a 28 count. It is 162 by 162. I'm actually considering stitching it on a 32 or 36 count so that it will be smaller. I really am leaning more towards a 36. So we'll see. I love 36 and 40 count. I don't know what it is because my eyesight would tell you otherwise, that I shouldn't be stitching on something that small, but the magnification is wonderful and I love it. So I'm going to be checking. That is part of my plans this week. I need to pull the fabric and get ready for the start on Friday. And that's what I will be working towards this coming week. I hope to have all things pulled together by Wednesday at the latest. So, and I still need to get all of my December plans nailed down for Magazine Monthly. Again, I just haven't been doing very much I've been thinking a lot, but I haven't been actively doing things. So I need to get my Magazine Monthly for December up and finished, and I also need to get Bringo ready to go, because before you know it, January 1 will be here and she'll be calling letters. So those are my plans for this coming week. So now I'm going to share with you, oh, and I left it over there. Okay, hold on for 1 second. Okay, I also need to share with you. So I have done some model stitching for keepsakes in the past. And yesterday when I went down there, Miss Barbara gave me back one of my pieces that I had model stitched. And it's called, it is now no longer available, which is why Miss Barbara gave it back to me, because I stitched it. And it's called Oh Happy World. And I can't even remember if I stitched this in 2019. It must have been 2020. I think I stitched it during the pandemic, but she put it in this beautiful frame. And so now I got to bring it home, So now I'll be able to display it here in my home, and maybe I'll put it on display for January for my birthday. But that is Oh Happy Day. It is no longer available by Lindy. It is by Lindy Stitches, but it's no longer available. So I wanted to share that with you all. And then I received a gift bag, and I have the paper down in here. I think it's Miss Irene. I thought for sure I put that paper down in here. I'm not going to open this now. They are actually Christmas gifts. And so I am not going to open it now, but it is Miss Irene and her Irene N. And I wanted to let you know that Lynn did pass the bag along to me, and I will be opening them next month. And I will probably open it the last video before Christmas Day. But I wanted to let you know that I did receive it, and thank you so very much. I appreciate you thinking of me. And if you could please send me an email. My email address is in the description box below with your address. I would appreciate it. Okay, so I do have a tiny bit of haul, a tiny bit of investments. Investments are going to start to be slim pickings around here. I have made some financial decisions, and so I'll be letting go of a couple of fabric clubs, and a few other things. I need to start planning for the future. And my future is to live not here. So I need to start planning for the future, and being a little bit more financially aware of things. And so slim pickings will be the investments. Anywho, I picked up yesterday. So yesterday was Shop Small Saturday, and I went down to Keepsakes to stitch and be involved in all of the selling. Like it was busy the entire day, which is awesome. And I sat and stitched and talked and got to visit with my friends, which was really good. I needed that. But what I picked up was this is called Liesel. I think that's the name of it. And it is a purple into a lighter purple into a lighter purple, as you can see there. And this will be one of the threads that I'll be using for my 1 dozen Quaker sow. So I picked that up. And then I barely looked through the charts and saw this. I mean, it was the first thing I saw when me and Miss Barbara was standing there talking, and I was like, oh, this is super cute. So I love ugly sweater contests and have won ugly sweater contest. And so I was just like, okay, I'm going to go ahead on and pick that up. I will be participating in Miss Dina half stitch cross stitch. And a few of her friends are doing a 12 ornaments next year. And so I'm going to participate in that. And so I'm going to have a few of these sweaters as my ornaments along with some other things, so that I can participate in that style. It'll be one ornament. You do one ornament a month for 12 months. And so I just thought these were super cute. You know, ugly sweaters are a whole thing, and I really enjoyed, like, I would make ugly sweaters. It was so wonderful. So this brought back some fun before, pre-pandemic fun that when I used to go to parties and stuff, and wear ugly sweaters and would win, because I would have like the best ugly. I made my daughter one year, and she wanted to a party, and they cheated her because she should have won. But anyway, then I also received my floss fix for November, and here are the colors for those. I'm not going to pull them out. The only thing I have to say is that chocolate cream pie is purple, and that just doesn't seem right to me. I mean, I literally looked at it and was like, are you sure that's chocolate cream pie? Because that looks purple. Then I also received my Atomic Ranch fabric. And this is called Weathered Stone. It is a 36 count. It's being blown out a little bit. It's a little warmer than that. It's much warmer than that, actually. But it's pretty. It has gray to greenish modeling on it. And I really do enjoy it. I have enjoyed, I've been in the Atomic Ranch Fabric of the Month Club for 2 years now. This will be my last year in it. And I have thoroughly enjoyed all of the fabrics. So if you are thinking of getting into a fabric club, I would suggest Atomic Ranch fabrics. They have been easy to work with. The fabrics have been beautiful. I have no complaints whatsoever. But this will be my last year in that Fabric of the Month Club. Also, I received my quilt box from the Fat Quarter Shop. And this month's theme for this box is called Friends Forever. And there is a quilt and a coupon on the inside of this cover. She has said in the past that they may have leftover boxes. They are at a slightly higher price point. So if you think you like the contents, if you like the contents of the box, I would urge you to reach out to Fat Quarter Shop via their telephone number. You can find it on the internet, and see if they have any of the boxes left. So the first item, I'm going to save the first item for last. The second item is these, they're called Precision Quilting Tools, and they are clamps, small wooden clamps. And what they are, you actually use them to hang a quilt. And then there's instructions and all of that. So this will be fun to see if it'll work on my walls, because my house is very old and I don't have drywall in my house. So I don't know if I'll be able to use these or not, but We'll see. The next item that is in the box this time are Wonder Clips. And like, I use Wonder Clips for everything, not just sewing. I've used them in cross stitch. I use Wonder Clips a whole lot. So they're awesome tool to have in your arsenal. There's also a, what is this? 50 weight, 109 yards worth of thread. And this thread is called Metalor. I don't know. Metalor. But the color is, it says silk finish cotton, and it doesn't really give you a color that I can see, but it's a pink ombre colorway, and you're not going to be able to see that because it's so washed out. But it's got pink all the way through, it looks like, to white. And then there is the pressed flowers. This is ongoing. It goes until April. It's one of the patterns in the box. And then there is, it's called Balcony. This pattern is exclusive to the box. And there's actually, remember that I said that there was a pattern. So you get 3 different patterns in this box. And this pattern is, it comes in 3 sizes. Lap. Do it come in 3 sizes? Yeah. It comes in a crib, lap, or queen. And the lap size is what is shown on the cover. It is 60 by 60. So let me show you the fabric. And I am like super excited about this because I am I'm going to literally take it all apart so you can get the whole gist. Because I am a fan, huge fan of this fabric designer. And remember that the name of the box is, what, Fur something? I can't even remember now. This thing is going to make me mad because my nails are too long and I can't get this knot out. There we go. This is absolutely one of my favorite fabric designers. And you wouldn't know it because I don't use, like, I have a ton of this fabric, but I don't use it because it's one of my favorites. But this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 piece fat quarter bundle of besties. Oh my goodness, I'm looking it up. It is Balcony Besties Fat Quarter Bundle by Tula Pink. And it has all kinds of animals on it. So, and then here's another dog on here. And then this one has fish on it in a trunk. Tula Pink to me is a fabulous artist, which makes her fabrics just so detailed. There's the rabbit. And this is an iguana. it's either an iguana or it doesn't, oh, it does look like a turtle to me. It's a land turtle, so it's a tortoise. But just the vibrance of the colors that she chooses. This is different cats. Now this piece I probably could have did without, because it looked like a mouse to me. And then this one is a pendant that says Best Friends. And then this is just a blender color. And so is this. It's pink with green. It's green with pink hearts, and I have it upside down. And so, and that is like, the light is making it look like it's fluorescent, but it's a nice green on pink on green. So that is the bundle for the fabrics. When I opened this up on Friday, I was like, oh yes, I love it. Because I am a big Tula Pink fan. Again, I have a lot of her fabrics, but they're like, so growing up as children, like, people would give gifts, and like, they were so special to us, we wouldn't use them. They would just sit like on our dresser, or, you know, or a bottle of lotion that we thought was just like so special, they would just not get used. I don't know why we did that, but we did. And so her fabrics are like that to me. Like, I have a huge stash of her fabrics, but I do not use them at all. Like, I actually wanted to have some of the Mad Hatter fabric made into project bags, but then I was like, oh, I might need to think about that a little while longer. And so I still have them sitting in a pile, waiting to be used for something, because it's also a waste to just have stuff that you love sitting around collecting dust, only to have something happen to you, and then people come in here and just throw your stuff in the trash. But I'm gonna tell y'all what, if something happened to me, don't let my kids throw my stuff in the trash. If y'all close to me, come look through it, get some stuff. Lynn, remember, you are in charge of cross stitch. Because I have a ton of quilting fabric that, you know, I have tons of quilting fabric. I wouldn't have to buy fabric ever again. And then you get fabric from Fat Quarter Shop in a box. So maybe one day I'll break down and use the Tula Pink fabric, because I absolutely love it. I just have to get to the point where it's like, okay, am I going to be satisfied with a project bag in this beautiful fabric? But then I'm like, I wouldn't make it into a quilt because I wouldn't let nobody use it, including myself. So it's, you know, it's one of them things, one of those kinds of obsessions, like, oh no, nobody's using this. So, well, that is what I have for you this week. Again, I hope you all had a very happy Thanksgiving. I hope that if you did go out to brave the crowds on Friday, I actually did have to go out on Black Friday and pick up a couple of things. I hope that you got what you wanted, and, you know, you didn't have to stand in line for hours and hours and hours. And I'm looking forward to getting the rest of this week going on. And then December the 1st, I will be attending the Jingle Ball. I We'll also be attending Beth Twist pin class. I can't remember what day it is now, what day I signed up for, but I will be attending that class. And then also next Saturday, we have the Winter Fair here in Columbus, Ohio. So I'll be going to that on Saturday. I have a jam-packed weekend next weekend, so it'll be fun to get out and do some things and be around and stitch. It's pouring down rain right now, and a few of my friends have reported snow to the west of me. And I am not looking forward to that. No. But I know it's coming, so I'll be prepared. I hope that you all are taking very good care of yourselves. I hope you're enjoying your time with your family and friends in preparation for the holiday season. I am looking forward to it. It will be a nice respite for me. So with that being said, I wish you all a very good day, and I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.